And just before the House was scheduled to vote on that funding bill, New York Congressman Jamaal Bowman pulled a fire alarm inside the Cannon House office building. This photo has just been released by U.S. Capitol Police. Congressman Bowman told reporters he was trying to get through a door and thought the alarm would open that door.
Do you still stand by your statement that pulling the fire alarm was an accident?
You know, I don't know why this has gotten so much attention. I was literally just in a rush to go vote, man. That's all it was.
Are you afraid of any repercussions, either from leadership or from legally from Capitol Police?
I mean, listen, I take responsibility for what I did, you know, but like I said, I was in a rush to go vote, and, you know, the investigation will sort everything else out.
Have you talked to Jeffries about it?
Oh, yeah, of course, since day one, yes.
How was that conversation?
Well, I got to keep that between me and the leader, so I'm not going to share that publicly. Yeah, but we've been in touch with each other.
Hi everyone, we are at the infamous door where Jamaal Bowman claims he had to pull a fire alarm to get out. Now these doors are open on weekdays. Every member of Congress knows that, everybody that works here knows that. But on Saturdays and Sundays, they are locked, and only certain doors are open on Saturdays and Sundays. Now come on over here. This right here is a fire alarm. Nowhere does it say, pull the fire alarm to open the exit door. Doesn't say that, and I think ex-middle school principals know better.
Have you ever worked in a school?
Let me show you how we go when we need to go vote. I know this because my office is in here in Cannon Building. Come on, go this way. Oh, look, there's stairs. By the way, we had to use the stairs to evacuate the Cannon Building after Jamaal Bowman pulled the fire alarm. Now, here's where you have an option. As members of Congress, we can continue to go down the stairs this way, and you can go in the basement, and we can walk in the tunnel that goes under the road to the Capitol. We do that all the time, especially if the weather's bad. Or you can come around this way. See where that says exit? It exits out on New Jersey. This one is open all the time. Not just some of the time, all the time. So let's explain very clearly again. Jamaal Bowman didn't pull the fire alarm to try to get out of the building because he had to rush to go vote. I know that for a fact because I also work in the Cannon office building, and I watched Catherine Clark, the Democrat whip, make a motion to adjourn.
So at this point in time, I am making a motion to adjourn.
The question is on the motion to adjourn. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. No. In the opinion of the chair, the noes have it.
And then within minutes, Jamaal Bowman pulled a fire alarm, and he knew he was pulling a fire alarm because he's a former middle school principal.
Have you ever worked in a school?
And then he ran out of the building and didn't tell anybody he did that. And this building was evacuated for over an hour, and Congress had to hold the vote open. That's usually only 15 minutes on the first vote. They held it open for over an hour as well.
He says it was an accident. He thought pulling the alarm would open a door based on the fact that the doors to his right there were locked, and there was a sign that he said he was, I think someone said it was confusing. I'll be honest, it doesn't really make sense to me, his explanation. Have you talked to him? What's going on there?
I mean, listen, I think if you actually do see some of the photos of the signs, I think there's something to be said about the government's about to shut down. There's a vote clock that's going down. The exits that are normally open in that building were suddenly closed.
So you pulled the fire alarm?
So what I am here to say is that House administration and U.S. Capitol Police and Jamaal Bowman are an active, and he's fully participating in saying there was a misunderstanding. But what I do think is important to raise is the fact that Republicans, representatives like Nicole Maliotakis and others, immediately moved to file motions to censure, motions to expel, before there has even been conversations that are finished to even see if there was a misunderstanding here.
Now, in middle school, you knew you were going to bomb your science test. You needed some more time to study. You considered yanking the fire alarm. You never did it. You considered it. Now, what if a middle school principal
Have you ever worked in a school?
yanked a fire alarm because he needed more time? This happened in Washington on Saturday. And when he was caught, he said he was trapped. And pulling the fire alarm would unlock the door. Now, the door looks like this, okay? We all know what a fire alarm looks like, so we don't have to show you that. So this politician's either a liar or he's dumb. Oh, Fire Marshal Jamaal obstructed an official proceeding. Same thing as Jan 6ers were charged with. And now faces 30 years in prison. Will he serve time? Of course not. When you're up against Nazis, anything goes. That's right. Jamaal's office said pulling the fire alarm is the last thing Republicans should worry about. They should worry more about Nazis in their ranks. Whoopi said Fire Marshal Jamaal was a hero. Those Nazi Republicans wouldn't let him read.
When people pull stunts, I tend to think that they may be more full of it than he is. You know, people who pull this kind of stunt who say, and you only have 3 minutes to read it. I kind of think, oh, all right, well, maybe. Because I know I would have pressed everything if you told me I had to get in there. I would have pressed whatever I had to press to get the door to open, because I knew you would expect me not to be there to vote. So you don't know.
Have you ever worked in a school?